Welcome to Wayne's Weird World. Still winged? Oh, what? What? Where? When? Yeah, all right. Up. Come on. Say hello. Don't knock anything over. Have you been looking for rats? Oh, good boy. Well, this thing is a real nuisance. But straining my arm is even worse. Cheers. Middle of a Monday afternoon. Cheers. Terrestrial orchids. Pleiones. I've got 60 pots this size. These are little bulbils. I'll show you those in a minute. The small terracotta pots are great displays, but they dry out too quick. So I like them, but I wouldn't recommend them. Plastic pots, they don't dry out as quick. Terrestrial orchids, you don't want them drying out. And then the big ones. These are the display pots. And these are also display pots. I started cleaning up this one. Look at that. Get this out of the way. Get out of the way. These are bulbils, and they're multiples. Little tiny ones. And then these, the smallest of the lot. Where's my other tweezers? Oh well. These are the ones that I call the fat hairs. Okay? And those actually grow on the top of the older bulb. And then you've got all these. These, let's find one, and I want to show you where the flower bud comes from. Here it is. Underneath the sheath, you pull it off, and that's going to be a flower spike. Right there. And out of the one pot, I've got a whole bunch of these. These are lovely display pots, but I wouldn't recommend them. Even though they're pretty, because of the rim. And if they get crowded, the Pleiones is going to grow, and I've had flower spikes getting jammed up underneath the rim. Now, let's fill this out just a little bit more. See, there's a nice flower spike. Put another 4 or 5 in there. The larger ones. Try and face the flower bud outwards. I think that might be crowded enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's crowded enough. I don't want to overdo it. So then, got some potting mix. And I only bring it potting mix up over the base of the roots, and then I top it up with the gravel. Stretching my shoulder that far is really uncomfortable. And a little bit more potting mix in the corners. Spread it out. Oh, don't you dare break something. I've got a little here it is. A little piece of bamboo that I've shaped. And fill in. Stabilize those. Give it a tap or two. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Yep. Gravel. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Now, with other video presenters, you could be listening to some really, really cute music right now, instead of hearing the ocean in the background or the occasional train going by. or the occasional rooster crowing. Yeah. Ah, I hear another car going by on the road. Some people like that kind of music. I do, much rather than this piped music. Done. Done like a dinner. So hopefully that one will flower really, really well. Well, I know it will, but how well? This one I do next. This one I had a lot of aphids on. So what I do, there's the other tweezers, is I just grab it, reach in, dig under, lift the whole lot out. Now, because it's good potting mix and I use my liquid fertilizer, my witch's brew, I'm not concerned about the potting mix being depleted of nutrients. Actually, I'll take a bit more out. And all this potting mix is recycled into the orchard. I don't throw it away. Okay. Now the old bulb, that one's hasn't gone mushy yet. But they will go mushy. The bulb will produce 1 or 2 secondary bulbs. See, this is the original bulb, and it produced 1. Sometimes it produced 2 or 3. That's the old bulb. It's gone mushy. There's another old bulb. Here's a lovely little bulbil. Now, these are some that I've already taken from this one. This is Pleiones Formosana purple. That one's Pleiones Formosana alba. And these are the little fat hairs. So I'll keep all these separate. And that one, you really have to go through carefully because you'll end up, oops, there, see there's one, I missed. This one's not near as productive as the Formosana alba. So I'm going to repot, put all of these back in the pot. See, that one's going mushy. With some of the other ones, they are very, very productive. And it's always worthwhile sifting through all the stuff that comes out of the pot, because you'll end up finding that you missed 1 or 2 or 10 or whatever. Anytime you see a little bit of a sheath, pull it apart. No. Okay. Blech. So all of these are going to go back in that. Give it a little bit more potting mix because they're small. And this is on the tail end of 60 pots. So it's going to be about 65 when I finish. These little ones won't flower. Not this year. But when you're presenting it, it looks a lot better having a nice full pot. See that? Look at how tiny that thing is. That's not going to put out a flower spike. Formosana alba. There. Put that label in before I forget. Oh, that's Tongariro, sorry. Potting mix and then gravel. Then I've got these other ones to do. And I know I've covered them, but I'm going to clear it. Giving it a thump too. Lift them a little bit. I'm not so worried about completely exposing them, uncovering them, but see, there's the little fat hair. I cut the long fibrous end off the fat hair because they're too easy to dislodge. Underneath the rim, then I do the gravel, and that's another one finished, and I've got 2 more to go. For 60 or 65 pots. And I've got these ready for more of these little bulbs. That's it. Wayne's Weird World. Terrestrial orchids. Pleiones. See you next time. Cheers.